Just briefly, I watched Crimson Tide. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Good. Oh,
Gene Hackman was good in it.
It's
he have a
another
dog?
Tony. Yeah,
On a
the
submarine?
name was Bear, I think, and it was a little.
They
dog.
should have launched. I mean, I know as it turned out,
They were wrong.
They shouldn't have, but
Well, why wouldn't you take all the time that you have? Because they didn't have launching capabilities for another hour, and he's like, "No, we have to launch now." Like, why the fuck wouldn't you take the time? At least see if you can get the message.
you should launch.
You have your gun pointed at a guy who is like, "Wait, give me an hour and I'll pull mine out." You know, like you're in a duel. But the guy has.
Well, they could have already nuked the U.S., so maybe that's why we couldn't get the message. Think of that.
That's not. No. They couldn't launch for an hour.
What was this movie you're talking about?
Crimson Tide.
Oh.
But I wanted to bring it up. No, you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Because I watched Spy Game.
Oh.
And I think Crimson Tide's better.
No.
And this is how we're gonna end the pod. It's gonna be a righteous discussion. It's gonna be very groovy.
I may have to. I don't know.
You've seen both, yes?
Goody Two Shoes.
Well, let me say this: Goody Two Shoes. Gene Hackman's not. Though.
Well, he isn't. No, but
he's fucking awesome.
Denzel, which surprisingly was.
Yeah.
Hey, look, here's the
performances
deal.
in Crimson Tide are much better than the performances in Spy Game. Surprisingly. Because I am a huge Brad Pitt fan. And
Okay,
he
with
did
Gene
not
Hackman.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He was amazing. Even Denzel was good.
Oh yeah, he was good. Yeah,
He plays very articulate.
What was he? Was he like second in command or something?
Yeah, he was XO, which I think is I don't. They say
Yeah,
it's
I know.
EX is what the X.
Executive whatever.
Yeah, officer. Nice. I liked a lot of the shit where they're like, what being a spy actually is. The scenes in the past. The Vietnam scene was cool. But the actual mission, like the stuff going on in current day, like, yeah, I liked how he was like, what is it called? Social engineering to get information out of the committee. What Robert Redford's doing.
Yeah, didn't you think that was? I thought that was excellent.
I liked that, yeah. But then once the actual mission comes to a head, the ending just felt anticlimactic. And I think if they would have landed that the way that Crimson Tide does, I think that it would have been like...
All right,
it would have been hard for me to say which one's better. It would have been like neck and neck. And the filter... Holy fucking shit. Why did people in that time period, early 2000s, think that those filters looked good?
No, people look like that then. Things were different.
Holy fuck.
There's something in the air. No, that's a good point.
Like that alone makes
the time
big
period doesn't
difference.
make sense
Of what?
for Spy Game, as I think about it.
Well, it's not set in modern day.
Well,
Because it can't be. Because Brad Pitt was a Vietnam
yeah,
soldier.
I know he was in Vietnam, and that ended like, I don't know, 72?
70s, early 70s.
So,
So it's set in like 80,
And
1980
then-
at the most.
Yeah, so maybe it does. Yeah, but then the mission to China just really blew my mind, though. I mean, it could be done.
What was he even doing, Brad Pitt? He was trying to get the girl out.
Yeah.
Which, all right, I know I'm going to upset some people with this. That chick
beautiful.
is... Shut the fuck up. She was beautiful in Braveheart, not in that movie.
Curse you. Curse you.
He is way too attractive for that girl.
How much do you like Brad Pitt? I mean, because it sounds like you like him in a lot of different ways.
He was at that point especially.
You didn't think she was good looking?
Even now, he's considered one of the most attractive men of all time.
But she was super attractive.
This was like right before Fight Club, where as Tyler Durden, he literally is like... I think that year he wins Sexiest Man Alive. Look it up. 90s Brad
Tony
Pitt.
Scott movie was Spy Game. Tony Scott.
So is Crimson Tide. That's why I brought him up. Hence the comparison.
Okay.
You have to do that. You have to
things
bring
up.
up like movies. There has to be something for you to say. That's why when I say Get Out is better than Nope, but Nope is better than Us. That's why there's some.
Who's Catherine McCormick?
I know she's in Braveheart. She looks good in Braveheart, but she is not on Brad Pitt's level in this movie, man. She looks.
That kind of hurts.
What's the word? She looks. Oh fuck! What's the word?
Well, you're trying to figure out a word. We're going to be here for a while.
Yeah, I can't think of it.
Oh, didn't really make that much movie. Money.
I bet Crimson Tide made a lot of money because it's better. I mean, viewers, let us know. I want to hear your take on it because both are good movies. If you like Tony Scott, you've probably seen both. She's blown out. That's the phrase I was trying to think of. She's busted. Well, think of what does blown out mean to you? Okay, now it's a
like. Did you see that part of her body in the movie? I don't know what it has to do with her general
If you look at her face...
Yeah, it looks like she's had a lot of sex.
You can take a leap of faith that she's probably busted by this point. She looks a little aged, may I say. And she's still dating around random people.
No, she's not.
She's
working in a freaking...
Even worse.
Yeah.
Even worse. Think of the things she's done. Unspeakable, some would say. And
Crimson Tide's directed by Tony Scott.
I'm gonna throttle you.
All right, it did better at the box office and didn't cost nearly as much, but it wasn't as good. So
it was. And history is on my side, but also the fans are gonna say. And look, when you guys watch and don't comment, hurts.
We should send the nukes. No, we shouldn't. Yeah, we should. That's the movie.
Can I say the one critique I will have with Crimson Tide is one mutiny is a bit much. You could argue there was 3. So Denzel takes over. No, wait. Denzel takes over, which obviously. The guy who passed away, which is that actor? Hackman would think that's a mutiny. He gets locked away. He gets broken out. Second mutiny, locks away Denzel. And then Denzel gets out and does the third mutiny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a little much, but by then I'm like, okay, this at least there's energy and excitement going on. I'll forgive this kind of like melodrama. Yeah, I was so happy that there was good performances in Crimson Tide because I'm like, Brad Pitt, I'm not in love with the man, but he is a good actor. And that is evidence.
You didn't like him in the movie?
I didn't dislike him, but he didn't give me enough. I really thought it was very milquetoast. The bombing scene he was able to show, but he didn't say anything. That was purely just physical acting. I don't know. Maybe it just because it wasn't as loud as the performances of Crimson Tide that I was like, they're giving me something here. Like they're leaving it all on the field.
I like spy movies, so.
I like spy movies too, and the car that Robert Redford drove was fucking badass. I would give my left nut for that car.
I think that's older Porsche, I believe. Yeah, it was cool.
I would, dude. That car is sick.
Yeah,
I'm not even a car guy, but I look at that and I'm like,
I think we know a person who has that.
Jay?
Yeah.
Is that the same year? I mean, I know he drives a Porsche, but
I don't think so. But he does. I don't know how many cars he has, but.
He has a lot.
Yeah.
That car is shit your pants gorgeous.
Yeah. It was sweet.
Fucking sick as fuck. That's the type of shit that James Bond drives. Or
he
should drive.
Aston
Martin. But he's also one of the vehicles in, I think, View to a Kill, which was the one with Christopher Walken that we talked about in past.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was driving, it was either a Lambo, I think it was a white Lambo that could also, like, submarine or whatever.
Yeah. Those are popular.
But back in those days, those Lambo. Well, obviously that was an add-on, but those Lambos.
She went to underwater. Upgrade.
They both look like toy cars, but are also like sick. Do you know what I'm saying about?
They're so low to the ground, man.
Well, fuck.
It's
I could never buy an expensive car.
I never get out of it.
Because I would dent it or fuck it up on a curb, and I'd be like, I am such a retard. Like, that just...
That's 10 grand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not a careful enough driver to...
No.
But Jay said he would let me drive his Porsche, so
For real,
if it's not mine, I don't care.
I'll fuck anybody else.
I'll drive it like I
But
stole
your
it.
own. No way, man.
And he was going to lend me a pair of shoes, too, so... He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, I like Jay. I think he's starting to slip a little bit.
Don't say that while we're recording.
I didn't. Oh, well,
He's an avid listener. He told me he likes it.
Really?
I don't know if he listens to the whole thing, so hopefully he doesn't on this one, or he's going to be bummed.
I meant in a certain sport.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
then
really?
again, I haven't played with him that much, but I guess
pretty
he was
good.
good. No, he was pretty good.
I don't think he played much over the winter.
No, he didn't. Well, I don't know, but I don't think he did.
I thought you meant mentally he was slipping.
No,
It's like that's...
You would go there. I knew you would go there. I should have said it. But, so, another successful...
Yeah, we almost did 2 hours, man. Can you believe it?
Wow.
I know. We can talk for a long time. And we should be given funds for that.
Human fund. What's not to like or feel good about
Yeah, if
donating
you dislike that, you're anti-humanism.
Humanistic.
Dick. Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, catch you later.
But...